Hi, everyone. Go ahead and give me some comments in the chat. Let me know you guys are here. Cole is comfy, cozy in his jammies. He loves these ones. It's a really awesome company called Tooth and Honey, and they make pajamas just for dogs like Cole. They're pit bulls, and they're super, super stretchy, and they're so soft, and they fit little baby boys just like him. And he is super excited to do our first of the bedtime stories for this week. All this week, tonight, tomorrow, Wednesday, and Christmas Eve, we are going to be doing bedtime stories at 8:30 p.m. So if you have some friends or some family that you think would enjoy the bedtime stories with Cole the Deaf Dog, please share our info with them. Get them to join in, have a good time. And everybody loves a good story. All my students at school, they all know that I love to read books a lot. I absolutely love sharing books because I think books are so important for our growth and for just letting our imaginations run wild. My mom, when I was a little guy, she used to read to me every single night, and she really made me learn to love reading books. So as long as I've been a teacher, I have enjoyed reading as many stories as I can to students. And it's kind of funny because not long after I adopted Cole, I decided to read a book, and he came up and he put his face like right into the pages. And it was so cute because Cole was actually looking at all the pictures with me, and I loved it. So I decided that I want to do some reading stuff with Cole because I think it's really, really cute that he loves books as much as I do. Mwah! You handsome boy. You had a good fun day at school today. You got spoiled from everybody at school with lots of treats. That's why your belly looked like this, huh? So tonight's bedtime story for the holiday season is going to be Mistletoe. Mistletoe is a really, really awesome, funny story and a play on the mistletoe. So can I have a kiss? If I hold this over your head like mistletoe, do I get a kiss? Mwah! So please sit back and enjoy Mistletoe. I hope you guys have some hot chocolate. I hope you're in your nice warm holiday jammies. We have different pajamas for every night this week when we read our stories. 'Twas the season and Moose was merry. He joyfully tickled the ivories with a tune full of tidings and a flurry of fa-la-la-la-las. He was so full of ho-ho-hos, even his moustache had the holiday spirit. But Moose was more than just a bit merry and bright. He was busy, busy, busy. There was a lot to do on his list of to-dos. But with orderly organization, a bit of regimentation, lots of imagination, and just plain old Moose know-how, getting ready for the big day should have been simple, easy, yes, in all probability, just perfectly perfect. He wasted not one merry minute. Moose got moving and put some hustle into the holiday bustle. He went to work. He wrote cards and letters till his hooves hurt. Check. He shopped till he dropped. Check. Did you shop? Did you buy me a Christmas present? He hauled home boxes and bags and presents galore. Moose had gifts for everyone stacked from ceiling to floor. Check, check, check. Then he wrapped yo, 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 and he ribboned ho, ho, ho. And on each and every package, he tied a big, beautiful bow. Check and double check. So far, so simple, so easy, so perfectly perfect. Another look at the list, and Moose headed for the kitchen. He pulled out the pots, the pans, and bowls, sifted through stacks and racks of cookbooks. He whisked with his left, spooned with his right. Moose baked tons and tons of cookies. Check. Dozens of cakes, breads, and sweets. Check, check, check. He made jellies, sticky jams. Moose roasted a goose and some chestnuts. He toasted marshmallows and yams. Check, check, check. Triple check. Yes, yes, so simple, so easy, and but of course, so perfectly perfect. Decorations were up next on his list of things to do and get done. So Moose decked the halls, then spruced up the walls. He bedded, bowed, and mistletoed. He gathered garlands, roped wreaths and jolly. Jingle bells, sang Noels. Oh, good golly, this Moose was jolly. Check, 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 check. Last Last but not least, he hung all the stockings, each and every one with special care. And just in time, too. Soon Santa will be there. Yep. Check and final check. Yes, sirree. Getting ready for Christmas was an absolute snap. And so simple. So easy. And if he did say so himself, Moose thought totally, utterly, completely, perfectly perfect. Mwah. On that night before Christmas, Mother, Little Sissy, Bucky, and Junior looked all through the house. What a job Moose had done. Everything looked bountiful, festive, quite fine indeed. There was just one minor problem, if you will. "Oh dear," sighed the missus as the five stared at one empty corner. "Oh my, oh me, oh gee." "Pop, what happened?" cried Junior. "You forgot the tree." Oh my goodness, Cole, they forgot. How do you forget the tree? "Oops. Where would you hang the tinsel, string the popcorn, light the lights? Where would Santa leave his gifts for the kiddies on Christmas Eve night?" So Moose pulled on his galoshes and put on his hat. He would find a tree somewhere, somehow. And that's all there was to that. So out went the Moose, braving blustery blowing winds and the cold, trudging through snowdrifts, courageous and bold. How many of you had snow? We haven't had any snow yet, and Cole loves the snow. We can't wait to get some. Moose first hoofed it down to the corner. Not a tree to be had. Then he slid around the block. Uh-oh, things were looking bad. He went down every boulevard, street, and little road. He looked down lanes and alleys. Every tree had been sold. There wasn't a branch, not a twig, not even one lousy, bolus bough hanging around. Nope, nothing, not a tree to be found. Oh, man. "No tree," sighed a sad Moose as he came home empty-handed that snowy eve. The kids tried to make the best of it. They said, "Oh, so who needs a tree?" But Moose could plainly see they were short on the glee. He knew he had to do something, and that's just what he did. In the empty corner, he stood and spread his arms out very wide. Then he smiled at his children, and he winked at his bride. "Kids," he declared, "fetch your forgetful pop some of that tried and true family glop." So back came the kids carrying a big pot of glue, and without a word to one another, they knew just what to do. They each took a part, grabbing strands, taking hold, then carefully, oh so carefully, they glopped and they plopped. They pasted and they pressed. They curled and twirled every which way a follicle could fathom, until Moose's magnificent moustache was indeed more of a marvel to see. Oh. Moose was just a few needles shy of being an evergreen tree. They strung Moose with lights from his head to his toes. They draped him with tinsel beginning right with his nose. They hung balls that were shiny and bells that twinkled, candy canes, berries, and plum sugar sprinkled. Then they all stood back. Junior plugged in his pop. Ooh, ah, yes, Moose was truly one incredible sight. He was glorious and glowing, and oh boy, he was ever bright. Then Junior placed a star on top of Moose's head. He gave him a kiss and a pat, and they all headed off to bed. Except Moose, of course. He stayed in the corner instead, still twinkling and blinking and waiting for Santa. Oh, it wasn't so simple, and it wasn't so easy, and okay, it wasn't so perfectly perfect. But do you know what? It was pretty close. Ho, ho, ho. I wonder who that was that came down that chimney. If you guys think that I should do a second story for our first night of bedtime stories, give me a thumbs up and give me a like and let me know that I should do another one, because I happen to have another book right here nearby. It's one of my favorites. It could be Merry Christmas, Stinky Face. Cole likes this story. I really like this story, and I think it's a good time for us to have another one. Christmas was almost here, but I had a question. Mama, what if the snow kept falling and falling so much that we couldn't open our door? You'd be very happy. I know what we'd do. We'd crawl out of our window into the snow with some cups and juice. We'd sit in front of our door and have a giant snow cone party until we'd eaten up all the snow. But Mama, what if we finally opened the door, but then a big wintry wind blew our Christmas tree away? Ooh, man. If a wind did that, I would grab the coat rack from the hallway and decorate it with our brightest lights and ornaments. I'd put a star on the top and we'd have a beautiful Christmas coat rack to sing our carols around. But Mama, what if I built a little snowman and he followed me inside, but our house was too warm and he started to melt? It sounds like we'd have to set up a nice chilly room for him in the freezer. We'd give him peppermint ice cream for dinner and cover him with a blanket made of woven icicles so he'd stay frosty cold all night long. But Mama, what if we were putting lights on our house but we couldn't reach high enough? And what if a giant Christmasaurus saw us and came to help? Man, a Christmasaurus, that'd be awesome. Well, of course, if Christmasaurus helped, we'd have to thank her with some Christmas cookies and hot cocoa. I bet a Christmasaurus could eat an awful lot of Christmas cookies. I know somebody else that would like to eat a lot of Christmas cookies. Okay, Mama, well, what if Santa landed on our roof and one of his reindeer got his antlers stuck in the branches of the tree that hangs over my bedroom window? Oh, my goodness. What an imagination. Oh, that would be a problem, wouldn't it? Maybe we should leave your saw here in case Santa needs it to cut any branches. But Mama, what if Santa's boot falls off while he's driving this sleigh and his foot is so cold that he tries to wear my stocking on his foot, but it doesn't fit? I guess we'd leave these warm snow boots out with the saw just in case. I wonder if they're Uggs. Does Santa wear Uggs? Santa should wear Uggs. They're warm. But Mama, what if Santa's lips get chapped from all that flying? What if the sleigh needs a new coat of paint? Oh, my goodness. What if the sack of toys starts to rip? What if the reindeers need their fur brushed? There, that should do it. Merry Christmas, Mama. Merry Christmas, my stinky face. The end. And there's obviously Santa, who didn't actually need any of this. Great job. So I hope everyone enjoyed tonight's bedtime stories, and we will see you tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And don't forget, tell a friend. Tell a friend that you think would enjoy Cole's bedtime stories this holiday season. We have some really cute pajamas for tomorrow night too. So until then, I will see everybody later. Cole sends his love to everyone. Everyone stay safe, stay humble, stay kind, and we'll see you later on. Big guy.